Hey, Tim Sykes here. What a day. Today is a record day for students. I can't believe what is happening. I am overwhelmed. I thank you guys for all of your comments, and I'm frankly just so proud of you guys because I did not trade TOPS perfectly, as you'll hear, but a lot of you guys did. I was buying it in the 230s right in here, or 228 to be exact. I gave the alert yesterday, and it had already spiked. This is the pattern that is working right now. Piggybacking stocks that have already spiked a little bit, that have low floats and low market caps, that can run again and again and again. I'll give you another example in case you think this was a random occurrence. It was not. SPU, I was buying it in the fives here. I was a little early. Actually, I was early on both of these. So I sold both of them too soon, but I'm on the right track because this pattern is so real, okay? I know you think that it's random. It's not. These are morning spikes. And, I was in it on actually a midday spike because OPTT was running. OPTT was already running when I bought SPU. When I bought TOPS, guess what was running yesterday? GLBS. And today it's failing. So don't expect all of these morning spikes to succeed every day, but do be looking for the next big morning spiker. Today, KONE is the big spiker from the ones to the nines. We are in an insane market right now. Short sellers are confused, angry, bitter. They're lashing out. You don't have to be that way. You can buy these things too. Just try and piggyback the momentum. It astounds me that so many people are so stubborn, but this is trading. This is why 90% of traders lose. They can't adapt to the market. Remember, I've made over $4 million, but it wasn't just based off one strategy. It's adapting to what's working. Tim Grittani, my top student, just passed $3 million. We gave a free webinar a few weeks ago. The whole thing was all about adapting and having multiple strategies. Right now, buying low float runners is the way to go. I actually missed KONE today, but this is just an awesome run up. No matter you have a small account or a bigger account, it's beautiful. And this thing might go to double digits tomorrow, so I would be scared to short this. But let me talk about today for a second. This was from my watch list last night, and I tweeted this. Some people didn't believe me. This is how crazy this is. I just copy and pasted this, by the way. Here is my watch list last night, and you can see here, this is time-stamped, mind you. This is July 20th, 10:05 p.m. last night. And I specifically said if TOPS can keep spiking to the high twos, it can definitely go supernova into the threes or the fours. And I'm sorry about the typo. I'm overwhelmed. There's too many plays, too many students asking questions. I'll try and do better, but you get the gist of it, okay? The reason why I bought TOPS yesterday in the 220s is because it had a high of 257, and it was holding near its highs, okay? If it could break out at 257, and I'm not a big fan of buying right at the breakout because sometimes you might get a double top, but buying on the dip as it's uptrending, what's the risk? You tell me that. People who say you should never buy these things, what is the risk? If for some reason this low float runner does not take off on day two, I'm just going to cut losses quickly. It had some nice support here at like 215, 210. So at worst, I'm going to lose 10 or 15 cents a share. Look at GLBS. This was a winner yesterday, and it was closing high. I didn't touch it. But because it didn't spike today, it dropped pretty quickly. I would have been out, let's say I was buying it into the close here at like 80 cents. I would have been out at like 75 cents a share. I would not have risked it if it's not spiking. But the good thing about TOPS is we didn't have that problem. Pre-market, it was up. It was all up all after hours yesterday. So the whole goal was, could it break 257? And this is why in my watch list I said, if it can get to the high twos, namely above 257, it can go supernova into the threes or the fours like the other low flow plays. And that's exactly what happened. So my watch list absolutely nailed it. And frankly, this shouldn't be that big of a surprise for you. I screwed up a little bit today, despite my dead-on watch list. I sold half here when I wasn't sure if it was going to break out, and I would do that again too because you're never sure. This was a speculative idea. And then I sold the rest at like 3-ish, which, probably could have waited another minute or something, but I was just freaking out because this spike was so much. It turned out that there was $2 a share of upside from my buy alert, which is just awesome and no downside. So I just did a podcast interview with 52 traders. I'll post it soon. And he was asking me, what's your typical risk reward? And I was thinking about this one. I was like, well, you know, if it went to 257, I'd have 30 cents a share of upside and, you know, 10 to 15 cents of downside. So like 3 or 2 to 1 risk reward. Nothing great, but with these morning spikers, they can go exponential or parabolic or supernova, whatever you want to call it. So I didn't know that it was going to go to 4, but I knew that there was a possibility. That is the beauty of these low float plays. I didn't know TOPS would be the biggest winner of the market today. I didn't know that how dead on I would be. I sold too soon. I actually even shorted in the mid 3s, and I'll talk about that in a second. I made my roughly 2,000 a day. I am not that great of a trader. I am a far better teacher, and you guys who have been with me for long enough can actually see that. That said, I'm not a bad trader. I'm still a profitable trader, and these kinds of patterns are so incredible. It kills me that more of you guys aren't taking advantage of it. So let me talk about the mistake that I made real quick. I began shorting it in the mid 3s. So even though I thought that it could go to the 4s, I specifically started shorting it in the mid 3s. Not because I didn't think that it could go higher, but because E-Trade was running out of shares to short. A lot of big traders don't really get that you have to reserve shares ahead of time or short before you think that it's going to drop just to get your shares executed. So I actually got short at 358. I'm sorry about the typo. I said 338. I mean, there's so much going on. I'm trying to get stuff out there. But I'm shorting it at 358 after I gave several warnings that I think that this is overextended near the market open. Because I wanted to reserve shares to short. And as it turned out, you know, I'd be up 20 cents a share right now. But this is a good representation of why shorting right now sucks. I would be up 20 cents a share on my short, but I risked losing nearly $1 a share. That is poor risk reward. And I cut my losses once I saw that this thing could keep going. So I underestimated it, but I made more off my long than I did on my short. That is the key. Even when I screw up, I'm more right than I'm wrong. And in this one, I was really right. And you guys banked. Let me call out a few of you guys. I have so many. I'm sorry if I miss you. Meadowmouth, good job making 10%. Challenger, nailed tops, made $600. Paper Route made 10%, and he's watching my video lessons. Jay DeGascio, and this is straight from the chat room. This is all time-stamped. I don't make up any testimonials, not like Joel R. or Steve P. I know there's financial newsletters out there. These are real people. You can talk with them in my chat room. Jay DeGascio made, 20, 30% on tops. I love this. This is his first profit ever on Obasi, and he made a few hundred. Mind Sculptor made 30% on tops. My Pro Wireless edged in and edged out. Very nice, you know, making over $1 a share, $200 profit plus. And this is with a very small position. I mean, this guy's investing $400 and he's making $200. So those of you with just a few $100s, never think that you can't grow your account substantially if you focus on the right plays. Here's Elqui Music in at 251, out at 365, made more than $1 a share. Lego, Mizell in at 295, out at 333. Charlie Armstrong in at 250, out at 4. That's a good exit. Bam Bam made 220 on his account. Glacy chased it a little, 380 to 4. Largest profit ever on by Jared, and he was in at 230, out at 255 and 320. So he got a little better than me. So awesome job. Bolson made 380 on his first trade. There's so many more. I can't even keep up. Golden Jones made 575. Rybone made $2,000, and he used stocks to trade to find both. And here's some more. This one this isn't a profit, but this is an important piece of content, because this person tried shorting tops at 355, but no shares, and this is at 9:47 a.m. Eastern. So those of you wondering, why did I sell it and then short it so quickly? Like, that's kind of a dick thing to do. It's because you have to find the shares to short. I'm sorry that you can't just short whenever you want, and I recognize that. So I was wrong about my short anyways, but that is why I shorted so early. Normally, I would not short so early, But at the same time, I am going to try and find shares to short when I think a stock is overextended. But I underestimated it selling and I underestimated it shorting. So I was wrong. I admit it. Crazy stuff happens. That said, my profits and my call and my prediction was dead on. So I'll take that. Barry Lee made some good money here. Let's see. Oh, this is awesome. I had to talk about Luke because I get some crazy students. Some people don't like sharing everything publicly, and that's fine. I respect that. But I want you to see that there are some students who are just doing amazing things that you don't even know about. Here's Luke. He was in on KONE in the fours, out at 7, made 70 grand. He says, I'll keep quiet until I hit 1 million. Just had to post this. Biggest profit of the year. We'll send you screenshots if necessary. And he says, just for the record, Tim, I'm up 394,000 year to date, mostly because of your strategy. You opened my eyes to a whole new world, and I will be ever thankful to you and your teachings. Even if I learned some things the hard way, you were the first and main source of my progress until I became fully self-sufficient in the beginning of this year. Just wanted to thank you for changing my life. I mean, I'm done. This is like my drop the mic moment. So awesome job, Luke, who played KONE. I mean, KONE was today's, no, I typed it in wrong. KONE was today's big winner from the 1s to the 9s. And Luke absolutely nailed it. I missed it. But I want you to see what's possible. I also missed CIDM. I was trying to buy this the other day at $1.40. It ran too quick. Today, I didn't trust it, and it's running again. So I'm going to miss trades, but you guys should not necessarily be disheartened by that. It's not like, oh, Sykes is so bad. I'm just human. And frankly, I'm overwhelmed trying to teach and do video lessons. I'm filming this, while I probably should be trading. But my priority is to teach you guys, and the more you guys profit, the better you make me look. So thank you. I should also mention, I posted this for my watch list. Some people literally did not believe me. It's kind of sad. Like I'm going to make up this typo here? Like it's all timestamped. Everything I do is timestamped. But here is an example, and I said this is why I love my critics. They all shorted tops in the low 2s, claiming it would dip today. It didn't. Here's one of my critics, the breakout chat room. This was posted last night, and this was when TOPS was at 230. And he says, nice Sykes pump to boost this, about to dip hard in the morning. Well, actually, breakout chat room, it did the opposite of dip hard. And thank you, Octangus, who posted this. Sykes banked hard on this one, actually. So you can doubt me, you can bet against me, that's fine. I think actually part of the reason why TOPS did so well is because so many of my critics are shorting this, thinking that, oh, it's not going to break 257. You're welcome to do whatever you want. I just throw out my ideas. I'm not going to change my ideas very easily because, frankly, they made me too much money, and now they made my students too much money. But I could be wrong on any play, and I do not take it personally. If you think I'm full of BS, if you trade against me, my first millionaire student, Michael Good, wrote how he didn't like it. Hold on, let me get this. We have the chat records. This is the beautiful thing about keeping everything archived. You can see. Let me see. Chat archive from yesterday. I bought near the market close. Let's see. Michael Good. I remember seeing this, and I wasn't offended. Michael Good, he's his own person. He's made nearly $2 million. I respect his opinion. Where was it? Somewhere in here. Michael Good. There's a lot of people in my chat right now. I don't know. Somewhere he said, I don't think it looks good. Maybe it was like right into the close. Wow, my eyes are getting bad. Okay, right here. So at 358, he says, tops, I really don't like that. Huge hidden sellers. Tops, big hidden sellers, I don't like that. And I agree. From a standpoint of price action, there were a lot of big sellers here. And I was not confident that this was going to be an amazing play today. But I trusted these low float runners, this pattern right now, and I went with it. And if I had been wrong, I would have been wrong. It would not have been the end of the world. But as it turned out, I was right. And that is trading. Go in with a thesis, accept that you could be wrong, take a small position so that, you can get out. I mean, I would have been out very quickly if it had topped at 257 or not spiked. It very well could have been like GLBS, which was spiking yesterday, same industry, and just couldn't do it today. So it's not an exact science. You're just trying to put yourself in a position to win big. In overnight trades, right now, on these low flow plays, I'm going to be aggressive. So thank you. Where was this guy? I don't even know. StockTwits is a weird platform. But the other guy, Breakout Chat Room, for doubting me. Thank you. I appreciate it. Michael Good, thank you. I tweeted this, and I truly believe it. Success is a slow process, but quitting does not speed it up. Giving up, negativity, thinking that you can't do it, that's not going to help. You need to try and do your best. That's all you can every single day. Here's Heineken, nailed tops this morning, in at 232, out at 362. Small account, and he made $565. I'm going to go through a few of these students. Ed is trading while on a cruise on CIDM. Congrats, you little addict. DMP trades, first trade ever, and he made 20%. Nice screenshot of over $500. Don't get used to that. That's a good first start, but not all trades are going to be like this. Here's Eric. He's building his own house with his trading profits. He just made another $2,000 today, a little more than me. Varun, I love this. He nailed KONE, in at 409, out at 463, and he says it's at 6 and now it's at 9, but it's okay. And I got to give props it's his dad's birthday. So good job, Varun, and your dad. Congrats. You guys do look like brothers. Your dad, whatever he's doing, keep doing it, Varun's dad. Eat organic. Do that yoga. Here's Donovan. This is awesome. In case you wanted more examples of what it's like when you have a small account, KONE, 100 shares, investing $450 and making, $200. You tell me how you hate on penny stocks when you see this opportunity. People hate on penny stocks because they don't see these patterns. They don't think that it's predictable. They think that literally this is all random. It's not. It's not an exact science, but it's not random. It's somewhere in between. This is awesome. First $1,000 in penny stocks. TOPS made $1,000. My student Michael made $644 today. Evan Schlang made $1,000 in on TOPS at 233, out at 347. This was, far better than me, and that's awesome. I don't mind when students do better than me. Here's Ben, first trade since joining your site, made $380 in 90 seconds, and it beats his 10% trade on Bank of America that he waited 3 weeks on. Welcome to why I don't watch CNBC. These stocks that CNBC never talks about simply offer better risk return. Here's Ryan, made good money. He invested, I want you to look at this carefully. He invested $2,300 and he came out with $3,800. So making $1,500 overnight. And this is a fantastic sell. So congrats to you, Ryan. And I love that. You're doing it for your baby. Look at those eyes on your baby. That is awesome. Good job, man. That is, your baby sees all. Your baby's the oracle. Maybe I should ask you guys questions. Here's Akash. First green day ever, made $284 on a $1,500 account. Bought tops at $255. My bad. Bought it at $232. Sold some at $255 and some at $340. So this is very similar to me, where he wasn't sure if it was going to break out, so you sell some. But he had a better second sell than I did. So Akash, your first ever green day, and you're trading better than me. Fantastic. Here's Justin, left $1 a share on the table, but still made $1,600, buying TOPS at 233, out at 254 and 290. Good job. And then Ghost Trade made $500, playing TOPS and HDSN while on coffee break at the construction site. I'm sorry, there's so many more of you guys. I'm thoroughly overwhelmed by these comments, and I'm so proud of so many of you. But all I can say to those of you who aren't profiting or aren't learning, get in my chat room. We had over 1,300 traders today. 1,000 plus pairs of eyes looking for the next runner. I don't think there's anywhere else that is that efficient. Secondly, be prepared. You know, study my How to Make Millions DVD. Study my Spikeability DVD. I know these moves sound crazy, but these are the exact patterns that I cataloged and organized in my DVDs. And I know you want to rip on my DVDs. How to Make Millions is all for charity. It's now raised over $1.5 million, which I'm very proud of. And, you know, you just have to be prepared. Between finding the plays that are happening in real time and being prepared ahead of time, that is the secret to my success. So I'll see you guys in the chat room. Another freaking awesome day. Congrats to everybody. Thank you.